Well, good evening, folks. This is Dave Schmidt. I'm your host here again tonight on the Cosmic Connections, and this is our August 9th program, and it's nice to be back. I was gone for the last 2 weeks, and yes, I was in Africa for 2 weeks. Now, I'm not at liberty to go into the details about what's going on there, other than the fact that there's a very, very strong possibility of some great money-making situations that are there. But it's important to understand that Africa's situation has absolutely nothing to do with the currency exchange, but I was introduced to some folks there that have a lot of money that they want to start giving away. Now, again, I can't go into the details. We're working on all that stuff and working through some of that, but it was a little different there being there. In fact, if you notice, I'm just saying Africa. I'm not telling you the country, the city, because I've got a non-disclosure agreement with all of that. So that's about all I can say. But it was a good trip, but it's always nice to be back home. So, and here I am in Grapevine, Texas for the program here tonight. Now, what I shared when I put out in the newsletter, I'm basically going to give an update on the currency exchange. And so tonight's program is not going to be a long or extensive program. I'm just going to give you a quick update on what's taking place. We are seeing movement. That's what I can say. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read to you part of the what I get is in my newsletter that comes in, or my update letter that comes from my broker with the currency exchange that's based here out of Texas. So, and there are some things, again, I can't share with you everything because some of this is confidential information, but this is somewhat a little bit of what I can say. It says, we've been instructed that sufficient monies to pay for the redemption program are held in banks in Western countries, so the money is there. And it's awaiting release by the two national governments presently controlling the program. We are further instructed that the release of these payment monies will be made after all pre-authorized preliminary private sale transactions. These are the smaller groups that I've talked about. They have to go first. And what it is saying is that that these private preliminary groups are basically on their way. They were put on hold for a period of time because they had to redo their contracts and all their paperwork, but that has been finished and they are now underway. And let's see, it says here, it says, we are advised in our last update reporting that the smaller groups will proceed, and then at the time of writing this report, it says, we are advised that contract terms involved have been settled and transactions will be made, but our advisors do not consider them to be very far away. That's for us. So that's what I'm reading from what is there. Now, here's what's important. It was about probably about maybe 6 to 8 weeks ago, I was allowed to bring a small number of people in that wanted to increase what was their what was called the amount of dong that they're participating in. For those that are coming into the exchange, we basically had put a limit of 5 million dong, and that is scheduled to pay out at $1.50. But we were allowed to basically allow a small group of people, and we had a limit on those, and I put those on a timeline, to increase to 10 million dong. Well, the latest update that I've got from my brokers says that anybody that is on my exchange list can make a request to go to 10 million dong if you want to. Did you hear that? That means you can increase from 5 million to 10 million. If you wish to do that, you need to send me an email saying, please increase my dong. Okay? And that, and then when you do that, then what I will do is basically send you, first of all, if you're brand new to this, I have to send you the paperwork and the documents you need to fill out. If you have already sent those back and then you've already paid for your first 5 million, you're good to go in what is called the first set, or the first round if you want to call it that. But if you want to increase from 5 million to 10 million, just send me an email. I'm going to send you the form to fill out, how you can use any debit or credit card to pay for it, and that will be the automatic increase that is for you. So folks, there's a lot of great opportunity, and it's important to know once the process starts, I can't take anybody else in, and you basically, if you want to be in this exchange, you have to be in now. In past, times I've said there was going to be a round 2, folks. There's not going to be a round 2 anymore. So I want to be very clear about that, okay? So here we are. We're available for the update. You're available for the increase. I read you the part of the letter from my broker saying that stuff is underway. We don't know how long that's going to mean for us, but we do. But they're saying that they're waiting for the final agreement from the 2 countries that are involved in this. But what they're basically saying, things look like they're very close. Now, yes, I know I've said this in the past, and yes, we've had some occasions where we thought it was going to go, but what happens is there were external issues that rose up and it had to be shut down because it wasn't safe. At the end of the day, this is always about a safety factor of how we can safely get the funds to you without our accounts being hacked into and broken into and the money being stolen. And we finally, I said, we've got a scenario to set that up, ready to go. And so what we're waiting for now is basically we're waiting for what is called the external political issues of the 2 countries in their decision making to make that decision. Now, Alex Garcia, if you don't trust the government, that's your problem. Then go somewhere else and find your exchange. If you don't trust this, then leave, okay? Go find someone else to exchange your currency. And yes, I've said this for the past 8 years, but there has never, ever, ever has been a timeline. They will never, ever pre-announce when this is going to happen. And all I know is what I've said. The money is real. The money is in the bank accounts. There are people that are in the exchange, but we're waiting for the appropriate people to make the release, and we have no impact upon that whatsoever. So, Alex, I'm not going to argue with you on this. This isn't about Biden's government. It's important, folks, to know that Biden has absolutely nothing to do with the release of the funds of this exchange, okay? Now, Pat Hookie asked, what's the cost? It's $312 for the additional $5 million. And that comes in the email that I sent to you. So, folks, here's what I'm going to do. I am on Blog Talk Radio, and if you would like to call in and make some comments or have some questions, then get ready to do that now, because I said this would be a short program tonight. The call-in number is 515-605-9356. Again, that's 515-605-9356. And folks, I'm going to give you about 15 to 20 seconds to see if anybody's going to want to call in, because there is about a 12 to 15 second delay from the time that I am live till the time that it shows up on Facebook. But Blog Talk Radio, you're hearing me pretty much live. There's only about a 3 to 5 second delay on that one. So, but you can call in through Blog Talk Radio, okay? And yeah, okay. So now it's extremely important, folks. Do not send me requests here on Facebook. I only respond to the emails. I will not respond on Facebook, because Facebook is a live event that people can tap into. They can see our conversations going back and forth. You need to send me your requests or your comments through an email, okay? Now, with that, though, I'm not seeing anybody that is willing to call in on the program tonight. I know I've only been going for about 10 minutes, but Susan, I have absolutely no idea when. Nobody, they never ever pre-announce when this is going to happen. All I can tell you is what my broker is saying. They are saying that it looks like things are underway. It's a possibility, but we just don't know because there's too many external affairs and issues, okay? Now, also, yes, I have a workshop coming up in Boston on August 19th. That's about a week and a half away. In Boston, a workshop. You can go to my website. That's where the sign up is there. I still have room for a lot of more people for those that would like to come to Boston to the workshop. And as I've said, the people who have attended the most recent workshops will be the people that I pay to first, because those are the people that put up the funds to help me keep going on the program. And that's why I do that, okay? And I've been very honest with that and about up front. So if it's very, very important that you're at the very front end of getting paid when the funds are released, you're going to want to come to the workshop, okay? All right. I am not seeing anybody else saying that they want to call in and talk, so I think I'm willing to basically call it a program tonight, okay, folks? But thank you then for joining me here tonight. And again, it was a short but quick program, but the program is, if you want to be in and you want to add yourself on the exchange, send me an email and let me know, okay? All right. So hopefully then, folks, we will see you next week. All right. Thanks a lot. Okay. Bye-bye.